And with us now is Justin Jarrett with the Lowco Lights recap. Justin?
We had a busy slate of high school football games before that whole hurricane scare on Wednesday, so let's get to the highlights.
Starting with the Bridge Bowl that you saw right here on WHHI, Seahawks and Bobcats doing battle. We pick it up in the second half, tied at 18. Troy Timko takes it into the end zone, puts the Seahawks back on top. That's his third touchdown of the game. Had a couple in the first half to put the Seahawks up 18-10, but backup quarterback Trace Hilton finding Michael Fritz down the sideline. Second of 3 touchdown passes in the second half for Hilton, who replaced Max von Hohenstraten due to injury. Here it is again, Hilton to Fritz, who scoops it just before it hits the turf, gives the Bobcats a 7-point lead once again, and then Troy Timko powering into the end zone for the 4th time. It's tied at 32. We're going to overtime. Seahawks, they're first up in OT. Botched snap on the field goal, scrambling, thrown up for grabs. Jalen Linder picks it. No advance in overtime in high school, but that sets up Luis Rojas, and he's true from 27 yards. The Bobcats win a thriller in overtime. Hayden Gregory a winner in his first Bridge Bowl. Over on the Isle of Ladies, Beaufort High School opening region play against Philip Simmons. Eagles trying to make it 5 straight wins after a season opening loss to Fort Dorchester. And Samari Bonds trying to loosen up the defense. He finds his guy McLeod Rochelle for a first down. And then he's going to swing it out to the big tight end, Michael Dennison, who working hard, going a long way to get a few yards. But then they go back to their guy, Casey Fields. We've gotten to know that name in the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Casey Fields makes 4 yards look a little bit easier. He gets a first down and more. Fields rolled up 271 rushing yards. He scored 4 more touchdowns, but had a little help from Bonds in the passing game as well. Gets it outside to Thomas Purdy, and Purdy nearly gets it into the end zone, taken down inside the 5, and you know what that means. It's Casey Fields time. Tough sledding inside the 5, but Fields gets it over the goal line. Eagles win big, 34-14, and Casey Fields, 774 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns in 3 games since moving to running back. Well, Kirkland Crazies love Casey, and they love those Eagles over on Ladies Island. Switching it back up to May River, and it was a get-right game for the Sharks opening region play against Lucy Beckham. That defense has been dirty all season. More of the same from Al Schmidt's crew, forcing turnovers, shutting down Beckham's run game. And it was also a big night for the offense. Sharks struggling to score points lately. They had a big game on the ground, but also through the air. Tanner Macy going deep for Gage Duncan. Long touchdown pass. Jaden Jones and Tanner Macy both went over 150 rushing yards in a big game on the ground, but the passing game coming to life. Macy over the top for the big fella. Kason Simmons rumbles into the end zone. Going to be nice to see May River find a second dimension in that offense, because we know what the defense can do. They got after the Bengals all night long. Thomas Raish and Zach Beasley leading the charge. Beasley here tracking down the QB in the backfield. He had 8 tackles, 6 of them solo, and a couple of sacks. May River wins it 49-14. Big statement win to open region play. Picking up the action in the second half at Battery Creek, and it was the Jeremiah McEachin show. He had to carry the load with Damian Freeman knocked out by an injury in the first half, and Meach went for 262 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, including this one, to give the Dolphins a 2-score lead late. Defense pitches a second half shutout, and Meach adds on 1 more as the Dolphins win it 40-24. The world-famous Battery Creek Band loves it. They've won 2 straight to open their new digs and will hope to keep the good vibes going when they host Beaufort High on Saturday. Week 6 isn't quite in the books yet. Hilton Head Christian Academy plays at First Baptist tonight in Charleston, so we'll let you know how the Eagles fare on Tuesday's edition of Last Night in the Loco right here on WHHI. For LowcoSports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
And that's a wrap for this edition of the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Thank you all so much for watching. But if you did miss part of the newscast, well, guess what? We'll be back in 90 minutes.